welcome back everyone. My name is Cameron vale-smith, aka Buffalo Staple, and I would like to welcome you back to BTEC playlist. This is BTEC playlist September 2019. I also would like to apologize for the lack of BTEC playlists yet again. Recently, I've been really slacking on that one, and yeah, I'm definitely excited to get back to it. Yeah. So let's continue. Let me introduce the first song on the playlist. You just heard it. It was Jungle Waters by Sam Gilligan. This track has the most satisfying drop in history. Bar none. You can't debate. I'm sorry. And the best part of the track is the final like 40 seconds because he throws in this other melody and then the drop comes back with the new melody and it's like literal fucking audible sex. And yeah, Sam Gilligan is the GOAT. One day, hopefully, you guys will realize that. Track 2. What's track 2 again? Oh, it's Star Guitar by the Chemical Brothers. I've been a little bit of a Chemical Brothers binge recently. I've just been going through their discography a bit. I haven't listened to everything they've released just yet, but I've been going through quite a few of their albums, and this one right here was awesome as fuck. I really love the synth pads on this thing. They are absolutely stunning. They're really celestial and bright and enveloping. Really, they just swallow the track in such a beautiful way. Incredibly angelic textures on this song right here, and the way it develops is really great. It really sustains that 6-minute long runtime. I have genuinely forgotten the whole playlist. Track 3 is Jason Statham Part 2 by Pivot Gang. Every time I hear this song, I like it just a little bit more because it's really quick, really in and out, just a couple really fun verses, an insanely catchy hook from Saba. Jason Statham. That Pivot Gang album was quite fun, honestly. Disposable, sure, but fun for what it is. And this track is just, I've just seen myself just come back to this one quite a bit. I just think both verses are just really fun.
Beautiful day to unblouse. I use my pictures to arouse. Casey facing my tongue out. I'm trying to eat it like Wild Bow. I'm from Chicago like Wild Style. Guns get drawn like Pow Pow, and I definitely don't remember how now. Wade in the water like Bruce Lee. Everyone wanna know who's he. Feeling right like a mango.
Yeah, that's a very replayable and fun song. Next up we have, let's find out. Yeah! Aminals by Bath. This song is gorgeous. This whole album's fucking gorgeous. Yeah, thanks my girlfriend Amy Goodall of the Sound Bench for, pestering me to listen to this, because it's actually, pestering is a bit of a stretch. You weren't really pestering me. You just occasionally brought up that I should listen to it here and there while you were here. And thank you for that, because it's amazing. I was considering putting Heart on the playlist instead, but I don't know, man. This track is like the most feel-good song of all time. Like, it's so unbelievably uplifting, just in tone. It's like the most happy song ever. Lamar. You should listen to this track ASAP. This is like Lamar core. Next up, I'll just check this one. Next up, it's Smino with a B-roll. Bro, Smino has appeared on my BTEC playlist series too many times, I swear to God. The track is B-Roll from Black Swan, where Black Swan is so fucking slept on. This album is incredible. This album's straight up one of my favorites of the decade. It is actually like so much fun. I've not stopped coming back to it ever since I first listened to it. It's gotten that regular comeback, and B-Roll, bro, the production on this fucking track is it's absolutely off the fucking chain, and like the guitar that starts it off sounds incredibly like cheap. It sounds like what I remember the default guitar sounding like in the Guitar Hero 5 level creator. I remember vividly when I first heard this track, I thought that. I was like, this sounds like some Guitar Hero 5 fucking beat or something. And then the beat came in and I was like, Smino's flow on the second verse is absolutely ridiculous. I love this fucking track. It is an utter banger. We fucking stand. And the next track after that is Shabazz Palaces with Are You, Can You, Where You Felt. I have always had a thing for this fucking sample. The way the one it begins with. This shit right there. That is just awesome as fuck to me. I have gone on so many like sample searches just trying to replicate like how that shit makes me feel. It sounds like soul destroying to me, but also like gorgeous. It's crazy. Next track on the playlist is, I'm gonna just find out. You can find out what the song is with me. I know what the songs are. I just don't know which order it's in. So I don't know what's next. I don't know what's next on the playlist. All right, so the next track is 6010 by Boards of Canada. Bro, the way that 808 like cancels off the snare drum is like And normally, like, the snare is what cancels out the 808, but they do it the other way around on this track. It's actually, like, insanely fucking hard, and, like, the way the little vocal chirps, like, kind of perk through, like, the sea of just, like, bassy industrial noises that just form this crazy loop. It is an utterly destructive and mesmerizing song. It's probably my favorite track from Music Has the Right to Children, although, what's it, the second track on that album? What's it called again? An Eagle in My Mind, or something. You know the one, the second track. That one is also stellar. But yeah, 6010 might be my personal favorite. After that, we have, I'm gonna guess what it is real quick. What is after this one? Is it Eve's Tumor? Yeah, I got it. Wow. Recognizing the Enemy by Eve's Tumor. So I've been thinking, Safe in the Hands of Love might be my album of the year for 2018, actually. Compro, Dial-It, Death Heaven, like, they were all above it. But, oh man, with time, like, that Eve's Tumor album has just gotten fucking better. Like, that album is amazing. It's, like, so fucking one of a kind. Like, I think that's the thing that really, like, seals it for me. It's just no other album is like it. The production is so fucking pristine. It's so evocative. And this track, just this loop at the beginning, this loop at the... It's just fucking beautiful, and then when the drums come in, it's crushing, bruh. The drums. Next up we have, I have no clue what's next. It is Dilemma. But yeah, Dilemma. Dilemma. Year of the Snitch was fucking crazy, man. That album is just getting better with time, bro. That's like my second favorite Death Grips album. I just fucking love being like overloaded by an album to where I'm like trying to visualize the process on how the fuck you make it, and I genuinely just can't, and I'm just like broken. This music has like entered a whole new realm of like fathomability. And my last handful of listens for Year of the Snitch have done that for me, and I'm just kind of more taken aback by how much of a blistering journey it is on every fucking spin. And Dilemma, again, I love the timbres, the textures, the sounds they toy with. The rough, rugged, grungy guitar work and drumming just works so well alongside those like incredibly just powerful horns. Really cryptic and evocative lyricism here too. This album just continues to impress, and this is one of my favorites on the fucking thing.
Hell yeah.
Next up, we have
Baby girl, I just
No Shame whatsoever. Shout out to Hobson.
I'm about to switch it on you all. My shoes are bleeding. What?
Isn't this track just great, everyone? Am I right, guys? Yeah, this track is a really good one. One of the best tracks on the side. Am I right, guys? Who's with me? Hello? Hands up if you think this track. Nah. Where are you all going? Okay, the lyrics are fake deep as fuck. He just sounds so driven though. Like, how the fuck can you just not find it a little bit charming? Just how like overly ambitious and indulgent it is. I know that's like the opposite of charming. I just find it amusing as hell, just how unbelievably like confident he is on these tracks where he's just kind of going off on these kind of weird conspiracy theorist bars and shit. And on top of that, the production on this song is immaculate as hell, and his singing a little bit later on in the track is actually lovely. And it has this really, really like weirdly hypnotic ending sequence too, with these like bells and this like weird like creepy breathing over the top of them. It's just a really dope fucking song from a musical standpoint, from a performance standpoint, all just wonderfully put together in my... I don't know. I don't know why I'm such a Jaden Smith apologist. I don't get it. Next up, what have we got? Let's just move on. What we got? My boy! Leave him for you. If you want me to, I'll leave him for you. Bobby by Sandy Alex G from his 2017 album Rocket. You know lyrics? Yeah, on this one, they're really good. This whole track reads to me as being about coming across someone that you like really, really like admire and love, to the point where you just want to make yourself the best person possible just to make them proud. And that is fucking beautiful. I love his songwriting so much, bro. His music is the best, man. This track is one of my favorites from Rocket. Might be my favorite, actually. All this sports star, proud, Witch, Guilty, so many fucking fantastic songs on that album, man. Even like Judge and like Horse, Smaller Moments are still really powerful and exciting. Brick as well, I love that track. Like all the tracks on his albums always feel like a whole world, but each song is like an entirely different person living in that world. Like they're all like kind of separated, but they're all weirdly connected by just the tone and sound palette and shit. But they're all their own little stories. It's really weird. The way he writes songs is just fascinating to me, and yeah, this is one of my favorites of his tracks. What was next? Yes, next it is a big boy, a hefty boy, and that made it sound like the track's really long, like it's a really beefy, long song. It's actually just 2 minutes, but it's just a very hectic 2 minutes. Converge, Aimless Arrow. I fucking love the way this track starts off with that guitar line is awesome as fuck. And the way it's kind of like oddly out of time, but it just adds to how like frantic the track is. It's just an absolute 2 minute burst of rage. It's wonderful. Love this fucking song. After this track it is... It's your boy, Ryan. Let me shut the fuck. Let's just talk about it. So the song is Tokyo 018 from I Know You Like It by Shinichiro Yokota. I love the fact that it's titled that. And the fact that the cover art is that. Because it's like, you can't critique this shit. Like, come on, bro. You know you like it. Like, I can't complain about the album, you know? I feel like you're just looking at me like, come on, bro. Shut the fuck up. This is a really dope house techno record hailing from Japan. Grooves for fucking days. And this track right here is just an instant joy every time I come back to it. And it's gotten some heavy replay from me over the past few months or so. We'll cover this album in a bit more detail when I do my eventual roundup covering all the stuff I haven't reviewed. But for now, I'll just say that this track is a fucking banger, mate. I'll just check again. It's Poseidon by the Appleseed Cast. Appleseed Cast are an emo band. This track is mostly just instrumental, but I just find the way this thing develops and swells to be absurdly moving. I don't know why. On a walk, this thing was just like really just kicking me in the heart. From the words of Frank Ocean, man, sounds make you cry. Let me move on to the next track. What we got? Oh, I think I know what this next one is. I think the next one is Hurricane Laughter by... Yeah. Oh. Hurricane Laughter. Yo, fuck it. I'm rooting for these guys at the Mercury Prize. Whenever the fuck the Mercury Prize winners gets announced, I'm rooting for... Fontaine's DC. This album was fucking awesome, yo. This album is really cool. These guys are an Irish post-punk band with tons of snark and wit and loads of just ferocious, pummeling, hypnotic arrangements. Some really beautiful interplay between the guitar work, the singer. A pretty fucking exciting record in my opinion. Next track on the playlist is... What is this again? I can't remember what this is. What is this again? Why have I forgotten what this is? What is this again? I've forgotten. What is it? What am I listening to? I forgot what the song is, bro. I must have not come back to this one in a minute then. Yeah, I'm embarrassing myself. Oh! Yes, bruh. Yes, bro. I'm an absolute fool for not clocking what that was sooner, but regardless, that's a fucking awesome track from Subtract, self-titled, that clearly gets overlooked by people like myself. Like, you know, you got a lot of bangers on that thing, but yeah, let's get some love for Sanctuary, bro. So many layers, a really thick and untextural song, some definite Fly Low-ish kind of feels going on as well. And yeah, Sampha and Jessie Ware on the vocals, beautiful. Track after this one is Mona Lisa by Toro y Moi from Boo Boo. Love this fucking song, a really phenomenal hook on this track. The hook on this track gets just like stuck in my head at just random moments. It's one of those ones, it never really will ever escape my brain. Every now and again I'll just be like, she's a Mona Lisa. I love that squealy guitar that pops in at the end. It's really like bright and distorted. It's fucking awesome. Love Toro y Moi's voice on this track too. His singing is just what it needs to be for this kind of track, and yeah, he kills it. He kills it. Lovely song, one of my favorite Toro y Moi songs. The next track is... Yeah, I still love 24K Magic, bro. This album was always fucking awesome. And this is actually a track that gets slandered. That gets fucking slandered relentlessly. This is not one of the most liked. This song is quite. I see this quite often listed as like one of the worst, and I'm not having. Look what you're making me do. Bruh, that shit is. Here comes the best part. Right here. Pick up the phone, cause I'll be celebrity. What a fucking banger, man. That album's full of bangers, dude. Shout out to Bruno Mars. Next track on the playlist is Jesse Lanza. It Means I Love You. First stumbled across Jesse Lanza when I heard the album Our Love by Caribou. She was on the song Second Chance, and I just thought her voice sounded lovely. I was absolutely like floored by her voice. When I first heard that album, I was like, when I got to that track, I was like, yo, who is singing right now? Because holy fuck. Then came 2016, she released Oh No, and I thought that album was fucking banging. And this track right here was the single for her. When the single first came out, I was playing it like crazy. It's really, really up-tempo and instantaneous. It's a ton of fun. And yeah, I think this album's actually one of the most magical pop records of the last few years, so I would recommend it. It's very short, but it's super just, what's the word for? Like, it's like the album equivalent to like walking through the woods and you like walk around a tree and suddenly you're in like Narnia, you're in like, I don't know, you're just suddenly in like Witcher 3, or just in some like enchanted forest or something. It's like just kind of stumbling your way through some weird, whimsical, mystical world. Yeah, I don't know. We must be getting to the end of the playlist now. What's the next track? I think this is the last couple tracks now. Take Crowns by Mike. It's got one of the best instrumentals I have fucking heard. A lot of the lines on this song sort of read to me as if he's kind of going through the detachment from reality that chasing music and trying to be the best he can at it has caused him. I always love how Mike always raps from such a human and grounded standpoint. He always sounds like just such a supportive and just like but broken individual. Like he just means the best, but you just can't make it through the days. It's like that's kind of how I always feel when I hear Mike's stuff, and it's really therapeutic to listen to his music. And this instrumental is absolutely stunning. I fucking love the way he when the sample switches up in the second half. That is fucking gorgeous, bruh. Mike's beats are ridiculous, man. An amazing producer and an amazing rapper as well. I really, really cannot get enough of his new record. One of my favorites this year. As you know, if you saw my review, I praised the hell out of it. Love that album. Always coming back to it. One of my favorites this year. But anyway, let's bring us to the final song in the playlist. So right now, my brain is like music. Oh, music. As in, like, I'm making music. I'm making a lot of music, and I've been like, you know, listening to albums that inspire me a lot, or going places that inspire me a lot, playing games that inspire me a lot. And the track that has landed the final spot on this month's playlist is probably one of the songs that inspires me the most. Just everything about this song just screams, do your fucking best. You can conquer everything, and it just happens to sound absolutely wonderful at the same time. It's like 2 minutes, 20 seconds long. It's the closing track to Cosmogramma, Galaxy in Janaki. That fucking like chord change is the most satisfying shit ever. And when the strings come in, Thundercat's going ham on the bass, and it all just builds up, is unbelievably gratifying. I would kill to be able to just pull off a song on this level of just fucking uplifting. Like this is I want to make a song that just gives people the feeling that this track gives me. You know, it's one of those tracks, and that's why it inspires me so much. Just every fucking synth pad and arpeggio he just like peppers throughout this track just works so damn comfortably, especially that main one at the beginning. That's all like oh, that shit sounds amazing, man. This track just makes me want to go sample searching for like weeks, and yeah, I think it's fucking amazing. It's the finishing track to Cosmogramma. It works perfectly as the ending there, so I thought it would work perfectly as the ending here as well. And it's just been the song that's just been driving me the most recently. So there you go. That's my BTEC playlist for September 2019. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you on the next video, on the next BTEC playlist, which will hopefully be next month, on schedule and everything. Thanks again so much for keeping up with the channel, for supporting, for watching the videos. That will be it from me. I will see you later. Bye!